what it meant. Now, you can break down these sentences and find the meaning. This is called, the process of breaking down a sentence is called sentence diagramming, in which you diagram a sentence. In sentence diagramming, there's 4 parts. The 4 parts I will tell you later, but in a sentence, there is a core part of the sentence and circumstances. So, let's say I made coffee, and I know it's called coffee in the afternoon. So the core part of the sentence would be I made a coffee, because in the morning is a prepositional phrase, and prepositions are words where you can are somewhat attributes or a goal, or like to finish the race, or in the afternoon, or with Sally. So a circumstance can be taken out of the sentence and it still works. I made a coffee is still a sentence. But if you take out I made a coffee and you just have in the afternoon, it doesn't work. So I made a coffee would be the core part of the sentence. Now the core part of the sentence is really, really, really important. The core part of the sentence has, well, 3 parts. Coffee is a direct object. It is what you are doing. And you can think of this. In the core part of the sentence, there is a cause and effect. This is the most important part of the core part of the sentence. You are the causer, and you made a coffee. The coffee would be the effect because you made it. So I would be the subject, and this would be the verb. Now, let's say I made a coffee in the afternoon. Now let's add, I made a hot coffee in the afternoon. Now I will show you how to diagram this. You may have never heard of sentence diagramming, and that's because I have an English teacher. He is the one who invented this. So we almost make a table. Like this. Now, you may ask, what does a table have to do with a sentence? How do you diagram a sentence on a table? It's actually quite easy. I is the subject. It will go here. These 2 are information. They're just information you can take out, you can put them in if you want. They're prepositional phrases. This is knowledge. This is the core part of the sentence. I ate pie. You're telling them that you ate pie. And this can be referred to as knowledge as well. But this is a really strong knowledge. It's a goal. So, to finish the race, I sprinted the last final meters. If you didn't want to finish the race, would you have sprinted the last final meters? This is almost the most essential part of the sentence that you might be diagramming, but it is optional. So I would be the subject. It would go here. Made a coffee. Now, you might be wondering, why isn't hot in this sentence? Because hot is an attribute. An attribute goes down here. An attribute is something that describes the noun of the sentence that you have. So a hot would be pointing to coffee right here. Now this is the information layer or the prepositional phrases, but not the goals. So in the afternoon would belong here. And is there a reason why you were going to make this coffee? No. No, there is no reason. So this would be your diagram for your sentence. Now, how about even more complex sentences? Maybe there is I made a coffee in the afternoon for Scott. Or who is bald. Now for Scott, for is a preposition. So for Scott would also go down here. But how about, where would who is bald go? Who is bald is an attribute describing your information. So, because it describes your information, you would put it down here. With the information. The sentence diagramming is important because it teaches you to break down sentences that you maybe don't know, or you just can't seem to figure out the meaning of the sentence. It helps you break it down, and it provides you a better understanding. Now, I have just made a very big mistake. For Scott should not go down there. It should be up here. Because if Scott never existed, would you have ever made the hot coffee? So, sentence diagramming is important for breaking down sentences and getting a better understanding of them. Now you know how to break down sentences, and I can't wait to see your boss's face when you show me.